Hi friends, welcome to our channel. So in this episode, we'll talk about ancient wrestling in India. Pehelwani, also recognized as Kushti, is a style of wrestling with its origins in the Indian subcontinent. It evolves during Mughal Empire by merging elements of Persian Kushti, Pehelwani, with indigenous Indian Malayuddha. The terms Pehelwani and Kushti are derived from Persian, where Pehlavani means heroic and Kushti translates to wrestling, signifying heroic wrestling. An individual who practices the sport is known as Pehelwan, which is the Persian word for a hero, while instructors are referred to as Ustad, which means teacher or master in Persian. One of the most renowned figures in Pehelwani was the great Gama, Ghulam Muhammad Bakhshbat, who is revered as one of the greatest wrestlers in history. Quoting Ramurti, Naidu is another notable example. Brahmdev Mishra also stands out as a remarkable Indian wrestler, celebrated for his technique and physique, not only in India but worldwide. Pehelwani is among the sports that played a role in influencing catch wrestling, which in turn contributed to the development of folk-style wrestling, freestyle wrestling, and mixed martial arts (MMA). Wrestling in the Indian subcontinent has maintained its traditional training regimen for over 150 years, despite changes during the Mughal era and the colonial period. Young aspiring wrestlers often commence their journey as early as the age of 6. Allowed formal training typically begins during their teenage years. They are sent to an akhara, a traditional wrestling school, where they come under the guidance of a local guru. During their training, their primary attire is kaupinam or loincloth. The physical training, known as vyayam, focuses on building strength, developing muscle mass, and enhancing flexibility. These exercises often utilize the wrestler's own body, weight, and include practices like the Surya Namaskara, Shir Shahasana, Danda, also found in Hatha Yoga, and Betak. It means push-ups and squats. Sawari, which means the passenger in Persian, involves using another person's body weight to provide resistance during these exercises. Weight training devices are also incorporated into exercise regimens, including the nal, which is a hollow stone cylinder with a handle inside, the garnal, or neck weight, a circular stone ring worn around the neck to add resistance to danda and betak exercises, the gada, or mace, associated with Hanuman, typically consists of a heavy round stone attached to a meter-long bamboo stick. Trophies often take the form of gada, made of silver and gold. Indian clubs used as a pair of mugdar. Furthermore, exercise regimen may involve dhakuli, which includes twisting rotations, rope climbing, log pulling, and running. Massage is considered an integral part of a wrestler's training routine. A typical day of training follows the schedule. 3 a.m. Wake up and perform exercises like press-ups, danda, and squats, betak. Sometimes as many as 4,000 repetitions. This is followed by a 5-mile run, swimming, and lifting stone and sandbags. 8 a.m. Trainees wrestle each other in earth pits under supervision of their teachers. continuously engaging in around 25 matches in a row. Matches usually begin with the senior wrestlers, and the younger ones participate later. 11 a.m. Wrestlers receive an oil massage before taking a break to rest. 4 p.m. After another massage session, trainees continue wrestling each other for an additional 2 hours. 8 p.m. Wrestlers retire for the night and go to sleep. Kushti, also known as Indian wrestling, encompasses a wide array of techniques, many of which are found in wrestling styles from other countries, alongside some unique to the Indian subcontinent. These techniques primarily revolve around locks, throws, pins, and submission holds. Unlike its ancient precursor, Malayuddha, Kushti strictly prohibits strikes or kicks during a match. Among the most favored maneuvers are the dhobi pat, shoulder throw, and the kasauta, strangle pin. Other notable moves include the baharli, dhak, machli gota, and the multani. Rules: wrestling competitions in South Asia, known as dangal or kushti, are typically held in villages and are characterized by their variable and flexible rules. The competition area is usually circular or square, measuring at least 14 feet across. Unlike modern mats used in many wrestling styles, South Asian wrestlers train and compete on dirt floors. Prior to training or competition, the dirt floor is meticulously prepared by removing any pebbles or stones. Buttermilk, oil, and red ochre are sprinkled onto the ground, giving the dirt its distinctive red hue. Water is periodically added to maintain the right consistency, making it soft enough to prevent injuries but firm enough to allow for wrestlers' movement. Traditionally, before each match, wrestlers ritually throw a few handfuls of dirt from the floor onto themselves and their opponents as a form of blessing. Despite the defined boundaries of the arena, competitors are allowed to go outside the ring during a match without incurring any penalties. Matches in Kushti do not have rounds like in many other wrestling styles. Instead, the length of each bout is predetermined, usually lasting around 25 to 30 minutes. If both wrestlers agree, they can extend the match typically for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. Unlike mat-based wrestling, Kushti lacks a point-scoring system. Victory is achieved by pinning the opponent's shoulders and hips to the ground simultaneously. However, winning by knockout, stoppage, or submission is also possible in some variations of the rules. A referee inside the ring oversees the bouts with a panel of 2 judges observing from the outside. Okay, I hope you find this video interesting and useful, so please share, comment, and subscribe.